Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. Everyone in the entire world's in quarantine or somehow away from their usual settings. Me and my cameraman, we're still here making the show for all of you guys work. Thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing. You guys are truly amazing. Speaking of amazing people out there, we're not going to see many esports CEOs and partial or former owners out there like Hector Rodriguez. What he has done ever since his transition from OpTic Gaming to NRG is unrivaled and unmatched, and likely we will not see something like this, if not for a long time ever, in esports. That is the transition of one audience, that being the former OpTic Gaming GreenWall, to a brand new esports organization at the NRG, or what they call them, the NRG family. If you guys do not follow this, we have so many videos in the sale of OpTic Gaming, Immortals Gaming Club, eventually buying out Infinite Entertainment, which did come with the OpTic Gaming brand. After that, the total fail and fall through of that brand. The way they ran that thing into the ground was despicable. But with that being said, Hector Rodriguez then joins the co-CEO alongside Andy Miller, NRG, and what they have done in the short few months he has been there has been it's crazy. No one's talking about it, but that's what my job is, so I'm gonna do it. And I also talked about this a few days back as well. Record-setting numbers when it comes time for Call of Duty homestands, albeit all homestands have now been canceled and moved online. Before it was moved online, though, Chicago Huntsman managed to sell over 7,000 tickets for Chicago homestand for Call of Duty League. Call of Duty League in its first season, by the way, that would be a record setter, yes, and that's nearly 10% of peak viewership for the online events itself, sitting inside an arena to watch it live. That is an incredible record in itself. We've already talked about the potential $1 million+ they lost out on because of coronavirus outbreak, costing them their homestand. Besides that, though, we now have Rishi, who, by the way, from Twitter Gaming has posted numbers like this before. We've talked about on the channel. I will try and link it down below if I do remember for all of you guys. What the Huntsmen have done under the NRG umbrella, albeit in the audience and the viewership and impressions that has come behind this lineup, is largely due to Hector, of course, some other members as well. What they've already accomplished is unrivaled. They're already the #1 most talked about Call of Duty team. That's with the Atlanta FaZe also in it. And they've also most impressively cracked the top 10 for talked about esports teams. You guys know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of esports teams across all the esports out there, and the Huntsmen within a few months are already a solidified top 10 talked about team. Incredibly impressive. Also, add on to that, not only the #1 talked about Call of Duty team, all 5 of their COD starting 5 are actually the #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 most talked about Call of Duty pro players. That is nuts. Yes, they are probably some of the most, especially when you talk about Formal and Scump. Scump, obviously the king and the GOAT when it comes to Call of Duty, but to have your entire starting roster, #1, 2, 3, 4, 5 most talked about Call of Duty pros on Twitter, and of course to have your esports team, a Call of Duty team, to crack the top 10 in its first franchise year of most talked about teams, that is the GreenWall at its finest. Yes, you bring some big personalities. Yes, you have Hector. You have all these things coming together, but no one else is on that list from the Call of Duty League. And you'll also notice from established franchise leagues, there's not a single Overwatch League team on that top 10 list, yet the Huntsmen slip on through. It's underrated, and it's actually incredible. If any of you guys are former OpTic fans, now maybe NRG fans, specifically Huntsman fans coming over from former OpTic, I don't know if we would ever see this kind of transition again. Let's say Jack Etienne leaves Cloud9 to a brand new org. Let's say he joins, I don't know, some more generic. Maybe he joins a different North American team. I can't really think of ones off the top of my head. Let's see Liquid Steve. He leaves as well. Let's say a Fnatic CEO leaves. Sam Matthews. Whoever it might be, I cannot imagine a CEO leaving and bringing this large portion of an audience and actually having them make the transition, especially with how strong the GreenWall was. It seems they are very apparent in terms of at least cheering for the Chicago Huntsmen. This Call of Duty fan base is so goddamn loyal, and this just proves it all. But it also proves that Hector Rodriguez, alongside all of his players and the people he brought with him, are a huge part of the GreenWall as well. Record-setting sales, record-setting views in terms of how much they are talked about, and the more keep on coming with the NRG family, and yes, the way they run the Chicago Huntsmen, it should lead to, hopefully, a successful long-term plan for Call of Duty, and hopefully with that, Call of Duty League. We will see what other leagues can actually survive this coronavirus outbreak and all of the effects it's taking on the homestand. stands, albeit if they did have a homestand, though. Chicago Huntsmen likely to set a record in terms of money made from a single franchised esports league homestand, albeit it was canceled, but the viewership and the fan base is certainly there. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. As always, stay safe, stay inside, stay clean. Me and my cameraman will stay clean as well, and we'll keep on pumping out some videos for all of you guys at home. Until next time, take care. All right, bye-bye.